Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Power Season 6, Episode 15. And this will be the season finale, so they say, for Power. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So I'm not going to complain about anything. We're just going to get to this review, and then we'll talk about it at the end, okay? So we see Tasha. Tasha goes to see her man, okay? It's so crazy because you feel like pockets have been left out, because at one point they was just kind of talking at the daycare, and now she's at his house and, you know, she's having sex with him. Like, where did all that happen? Okay, but she's there. She want to give him a blowjob. You know, he like, whoa, wait a minute. He want to talk about ghosts. She don't want to be talking about ghosts. Don't worry about him. She want to get busy with her man. Okay, and he finally just gives in. All right, so she's there and she has a full-on sex session with old boy. Fine. We see Tariq at the house, and he's just thinking about his life and, you know, how fucked up it is right now. You know, he misses his sister, his daddy gone, his mama. He don't even know where's mama. Where is mama now that I think about it? Okay, he texts her, where are you? Okay, well, she's over there, you know, deep in the throes. Well, they done now, and they laying down. Well, he's asleep, and she gets the text message, and so she jumps up, and she's like, I gotta go, but old boy is asleep, so he don't know. Okay, she's going to get her stuff, and she notices that he has a gun just sitting over on the table. She looks over at him like, what you doing with a gun? All right, and then she gets her shit and she leaves. So, you know, she rushes home and she tries to sneak in, and Tariq was like, well, where you been? He come busting out the room, and she was just like, I was with my new man. He was like, you was with a nigga that I ain't never even met? I was like, excuse me? Motherfucker, what? Is this how we talking to mamas now? Okay, he thought that she was with Ghost, and she said no, she wasn't with Ghost, and we ain't got to worry about Ghost. You know, he gonna go to jail because I done told him that he killed Terry Silver. What, mama? We don't, you know, only bitches snitch, or whatever he said. And she was just like, no, I had to do what I had to do so he can be handled. So yeah, this bitch snitched in this one case, but it's all about to be taken care of. We ain't gonna have to worry about your daddy no more. He going to jail? Yes. Well, the next morning, he ain't going to jail. Okay? Tariq sees on the news, like everybody has seen for the last 4 episodes, that James St. Patrick is going to be running for lieutenant governor. Some which kind of way the plans got fucked up. Okay, so Tariq goes and wakes up his mama, tells him, you know what, daddy ain't going to jail, so now we need a new plan. Oh, Tasha was just like, I don't even know what we can do, because if James goes down, then everybody else goes down too. We all was involved and wrapped up in this, so, you know, he really can't go down like that. Tariq tells her that he got an idea, but he got to figure it out. You know, he'll be back. And she was like, fine, because I need to make a phone call. So Tariq leaves. Tasha calls Overly Dedicated. What the fuck is going on? Okay, why is James, you know, not in jail? Overly Dedicated is like, just be patient, it's gonna take some time. And she was like, he gonna get away with it. And he says, no, he's not. And I said, yes, he is. Now, Tariq had got a text message. All right, and he left. Well, it turns out it was a text message from Elisa Marie, and he was going to that cafe to go listen to the tape with Elisa Marie and the auntie, remember? Okay, so, you know, that's when he's like, no, I don't know who that is. I don't know who Tommy is at all. The auntie don't believe shit he says, okay? But then after he leaves there, remember, he goes and he meets with Tommy, and he tells Tommy that he was just with Elisa Marie, and he tells Tommy where they live, okay? But Tommy, just promise me you won't do anything to Elisa Marie. She hasn't done anything. And Tommy was just like, you don't get to tell me how to handle these situations. You in the streets now. This is what we do. Okay, let me handle that, you know. And he was just like, well, don't hang her off no side of the building. He said, no, that's just for family and really just for your dumb ass, Tariq. After that, he goes to meet with Andre, and this is when we see he's trying to get the gun from Andre. And Andre tells him that he wants to meet with Ghost. So Andre does give him the gun. So now Tariq is going to set up the meeting. All shit that we've seen before. I think that's probably one of the things that I think on paper they thought it was going to go well. But then as the show went through these last 5 episodes. By this 5th episode, I was tired of seeing the same shit over and over and over and over again. But whatever. Next scene is a scene that we saw already when Tasha's at the grave. We see a little bit more in depth. There's a little bit more added dialogue. She's going there to lay the flowers, remember, but Ghost was already there. This is where he's gloating. You know, he apologizes for choking her out, but you know, Tasha, you made me mad. He wants her to control her son. He was just like, James, you're gonna get us all exposed. He says he's not, because his background check came back clean and everything is good. He don't sell drugs no more. So there's really nothing bad on him. You need to stop the shit that you do out there. And then you got your damn badass son out there running around doing it for you. You need to stop that shit, Tasha. So then that's when he tells her he gonna take the kids. He gonna take the little girl and Tariq. I said as if Tariq would go with your ass, James, you know. But he thought, I guess he called himself scaring her. But this is all to keep them away from Tasha's bad influences. I said, yeah, this is James's regular old assholey self. So then after that is when she goes home and she is confronted by Tommy. Okay, Tommy want to know why her fucking earring is at his house. All right, and that was the whole scene where she's begging him, pleading for her life. You know, she signed the paperwork. You know, she was going to tell. You know, she was going to leave. You know, would she still be alive if you knew she signed that paperwork? I didn't want to do it. She was my best friend. I loved her. Okay, what really got on my nerves, and this is just a technical problem, but the fact that when we first saw that scene, her back was to Tommy when she thought he was going to kill her. When we see the scene this time, her face is to Tommy and she's begging him. She just closes her eyes. I know it's not that big of a deal, but I was just like, Courtney, now come on now. If I'm just the average layman who can pick out that you changing up these damn scenes this much, I know you can add dialogue. Maybe it was just shit that we might have just didn't see, okay, that you decided to add in, but when you change the whole setup of the scene, I have a problem with that. So I was just like, this is not even what happened. But of course, Tommy doesn't kill her because, you know, the kids deserve better. Tasha goes on to live another day. So when Tommy leaves, Tasha gets a text message. Okay, well, this is new. She rushing away to something we don't even know. Now we go back to Tariq and we see him take Andre down there to talk to Ghost. But before Andre talks to Ghost, there's more dialogue. Now we find out that Tariq confronted Ghost about Tasha. You tried to beat up my mama and you told me to never put my hands on a woman. And, you know, Ghost is always like, come on, Tariq, you know, we can sit down and talk. And he was just like, no, we ain't got time to talk because Andre is here. And that's when Ghost tells him, you know, wait outside in the hallway until I finish with your friend and then we can talk again. All right, so Tariq goes out in the hallway. So now we're seeing it from Tariq's perspective. So while they're in there talking, Tariq goes and hides the gun that Andre just gave him in a little compartment in the, I think near the fire extinguisher or something, in the hallway, because he gets a text message from his teacher that he was supplying with the drugs that, you know, there's some problems at the school. Now he rushes off to the school and the teacher's getting arrested for selling drugs on campus. He tries to walk over there, but the police won't let him walk over. And, you know, even the police ask him, did you see him? You ever see him selling drugs on campus? You know, Tariq is like, no, officer, I've never seen him. Now, Tasha, she goes over to Overly Dedicated's to fuss. And when she gets there, Tamika's there. You know, Tamika's telling her how, you know, basically they need Tasha's help. Okay, they need an opportunity, you know, and a reason for James to have killed Terry Silver. They can't just go by what she said. Overly Dedicated just wants to frame him, but we not gonna do the illegal route. We trying to do this the right way so everything can stick. Okay, but Overly Dedicated knows that they don't have anything because Lakeisha's testimony is what was riding on this whole thing, and Lakeisha is dead. Oh my God, did James kill Lakeisha? Tasha says she don't know, but she gonna check. She leaves from there. She goes to Councilman Tate's office. She confronts him. What else did James tell you about me and Terry Silva? Okay, nothing. He ain't told me nothing other than that his wife was fucking his lawyer. But listen, that should be the least of your worries, Tasha. You need to be worried about James turning in y'all son. Okay, he about to turn on your son, I'm telling you. James would never do that. Oh, you think so? He's about to be a lieutenant governor. Ain't no telling what he may or may not do. But the cops know that Tariq was looking for Raymond on the night of his murder. So he's really trying to distance himself from your son and y'all situation and everything. You really need to be aware of that. Okay, so what you need to do is go, you better tell everything you know. You better tell everything you know on him. And she was just like, I don't even know if I can do that right now. Seems like Ghost is unstoppable. So that's when she goes to the penthouse. And, you know, they're doing a last little walkthrough, I guess, after it had been demolished from being shot to death. Okay, now they're walking through to make sure that it's okay, I guess, to sell. But before Ghost gets there, she's just thinking of all the good times and, you know, her and Tommy and her mama and Raina and Tariq and the little girl. I don't even know what the little girl's name is, you know, when they all used to have a good time there. Okay, but now it's all shot to shit. Then here come Ghost to make shit even worse. All right, come on, Tasha, let's hurry up and do this walkthrough so he can go. She confronts him about taking the rap for Tariq and him not doing it and him turning him in. And at first he was just like, I'm not turning him in. And then he said, but you know what? Now that you say it, it's a good idea. Maybe he should turn himself in, Tasha. See, that's the problem with the boy. He's spoiled. We always covering up and taking up for him. And that's why he's so fucked up now. Well, that's probably true. But now after the fact, after you done put all of this shit into motion, now all of a sudden you want to say that you're not going to cover for him. You should have said that from the beginning if you was going to be so, you know, going by the book now. He said, you promised that you was going to go to jail. He said, I already went to jail for some shit I didn't do. I'm not doing that again. Okay, sorry if it's Tariq. Shit. So, no, ma'am, we not doing that, you know. So then they get to arguing about that. And, you know, he was like, well, at least I ain't killed Lakeisha. You know, I ain't killed a single mom. What do you think is going to happen to her son out there now? You know, you took his mom away. He trying to lay the guilt on her. Now you doing this shit. What do you think is going to happen to your kids? You out here selling drugs and whatnots. And so he's blaming her and she just looks at him and she says, Ghost, did you ever even really love me? He was just like, yeah, Tasha, I did love you. I loved you, but you ain't never loved this version of James St. Patrick that's standing in front of you. What did you say you wanted? The biggest goddamn drug dealer in New York City. Okay, you ain't wanted nothing else. All right, so that one died and left. And now I'm going to be, you know, me, James St. Patrick, you know, with the lieutenant. I'm moving on. I got me a new woman. She was just like, Ramona she don't even know what she about to get herself into. He said Ramona will be good for him and the kids, you know, put everybody on the right path. He's just clueless. I don't know what happened with this Ghost. He just seems like everybody's way of thinking just seems so changed in this last season. You know, Ghost has never been irrational. If anything, he's never been like this. So, you know, it's just hard to get on this new page of these characters right now. But whatever. She tells him that he don't love his son. He says, I do love my son. Please just have my son come over to the hotel so I can talk to him, you know, send him over when you go home. So that's when she goes home and she tells Tariq that Ghost wants him to turn himself in. And he was just like, what, Mom? But he promised that he was going to turn himself in for me. He tells her that the damn teacher at the school got arrested. And then he tells her about the gun that he got from Andre. And he was hiding the gun at Truth and all this. And she's just listening like, oh my God, this boy is out here just making moves without her at all. She was like, listen, I got a plan. I'm going to need you to just go and talk to Ghost. I'm going to handle everything. I'm going to handle it. Okay? He was like, Mom, do you really think I should turn myself in? Okay, well, we know your old scary crybaby ass ain't gonna turn yourself in, so whatever. And then we see him go and he talks to Ghost. Of course, he's all talking to, this is the motherfucking thanks I get for killing the man that killed my sister. Again, we just talking to our parents like this. Nobody ever checks them like, nigga, if you don't quit talking to me like you ain't got no fucking sense, I'm still your daddy even if you don't like me. You know, Ghost is like, you should have never got involved in it in the first place. You should have let me and Tommy handle it. Tariq was like, you lied to me, you know, about him taking the rap. And Ghost was like, you know how many times you lied to me? Okay, now you know how it feels. Lied to me, lied to your mama, lied to everybody. You know, then that's when Tariq was like, fuck you, I hate you, you're a liar, I hate you, fuck you. Ghost was like, listen, little boy, you're not gonna make me mad today, because I'm sitting on top of the world. Okay, I'm fixing to run for governor, baby. You ain't nothing you can say today that's gonna mess this up. So that's when Tariq was like, well, if you want me to confess, then you confess. So that's when they started talking about Breeze. And I really honestly thought that Tariq was recording him, because what was you getting out of that conversation? But that's when, you know, Ghost Ghost does explain to him that he killed Breeze, but he didn't want to do it. You know, tried to give him some choices. It didn't work out, yada, yada, yada. He loved him, but he forced his hand. Next thing we know, they up there tussling and fussling and about to fall all on the ground. And, you know, Tariq is all like, get off of me, get off of me. And when Ghost finally get them together, he was like, listen, I love you, boy, but don't force my fucking hand. Meaning, just the way that I love Breeze, but I killed his ass. Okay? If you gonna get in my damn way, you might be next. Even though I don't think Ghost could actually kill his son. So then he goes back home and he tells Tasha, you know, Ghost threatened to kill me. And Tasha's sitting there listening like, what? You mean to tell me your daddy is off in the deep end like that? Ain't no way that motherfucker's getting away with this shit. Now, Tariq is so disappointed. I'm going to go to jail. And she was like, you're not going to go to jail. I got a plan, okay? You go back to Truth. You get all dressed up. You go to that party, all right? And when the shit is over and when your dad turns off all the lights and all that, you stay up in there. You text me. You let me know when he on his way to the loading dock. I still got my keys to the Escalade. I'm going to get in the Escalade and I'm going to be waiting for him. But you going to have to be gone by then, okay? So she don't really tell him. But she tell him without telling him that we fixing to dispose of your daddy. Now, he looking a little not sure. She's like, now, you sure you want to do this, huh? And he says, well, I'm cool with killing him. I just don't want you to go to jail. She's not going to go to jail, but you got to stick to the plan. You got to keep the plan together. Are you going to protect me like I always protect you? Yes, Mom, I'm going to protect you. I was just like, oh, God. Shit. So, next thing we see Tasha over at her man's house. And I said, oh, Tasha. You're not fixing to be this gutter, are you? We see her over at her man's house. And she's telling him how, you know, she's trying to get Ghost to sign his paperwork, but he ain't signed the paperwork and it's been difficult. You know, he was all like, let me go talk to him. Yeah, what the fuck you going to go talk to him for? Y'all just been together 4-5 times. Okay? Don't let that damn other night of passion cloud up your moment and get fucked up some damn where trying to tell somebody what to do about their damn marriage and all that. So she was like, no, I can do it, but I just want you to take me down there. Can you take me down there and just let me go in and talk to him? Yeah, he can do that for his girl. Okay, good. She gonna go freshen up when he gets a phone call from his baby on FaceTime. So she goes in the bathroom. When she's on her way to the bathroom, she makes a stop in his room and picks up his gun that she saw the other day. I said, ooh, Tasha, you know what? If you do this shit, if whatever bad happened to you, you gonna deserve it. Okay, this ain't even right. This man ain't done nothing. But, hey, we in these streets. Okay, I guess it's every man for himself, right? Now, we see Tariq. He's at Truth. You know, he's at the party and he goes up there and, you know, that's when he meets his dad and Simon. Remember that conversation that they had? And then Ghost was really feeling himself. He wanted to introduce him to somebody else, but Tariq didn't end up going to talk to that person. Instead, Tariq was like, you really want me to turn myself in? And he was just like, yeah, son, it's going to be all right. I'm going to be with you every step of the way. Come on and meet the governor. James is on a whole nother page right now. Okay, Tariq don't go meet the governor. Or the mayor, I'm sorry. So that's when he goes out and then he meets Tommy. And now he realizes that all the shit that they thought Ghost didn't do. And that's when Tommy wants to go and set a trap for Andre, you know. And Tariq says he ain't doing that shit. Okay, that conversation that they had. All right. Tommy goes on and rushes off to try to help Ghost. And Tariq calls his mom to let her know that Tommy is about to try to stop Dre from killing Ghost. Now, it looked like Dre might even handle it for us, okay? But he doesn't get in touch with Tasha because Tasha is on her way to the scene with boyfriend in the car, okay? Can you pull up? Can you pull up over here? You know, I'm sure she made sure that he pulled up right where the cameras were. And I said, ooh, Tasha, you ain't shit. You are not shit. And so Tasha gets to the club. And, you know, old boy drops her off or whatever. He gonna sit there and wait for her. We see Tariq coming back to the club as well. He get up in there. Tasha, she is able to open the door, get into the garage area, get into the Escalade. You know, she's sitting there. She's pointing the gun like, this is what I'm gonna do when he get in the car. And then she see herself reflected in the mirror and she don't like what she sees. She sees Sean looking down at her. Okay. Is this what you really gonna do to the man that you call the father of your children? All right. So then she kind of feels bad, like, let me put my gun away. And then she texts Tariq and she says, okay, I'm home, you know, make sure you don't stay out too late. I guess that was their little code back and forth to each other. He's supposed to text her back and say, all right, I won't be out too late, I'll be home soon. Okay. But then we see Tariq, he doesn't text her back because he has a vision of Kanan. Okay, and Kanan's like, you my boy, you got me killed and everything, but you know, we on these streets, you know, it's that shit just happens sometimes. You done did me proud out there, but you got me fucked up right now because you really gonna let a woman take the rap for some shit that you need to do? Okay, you really about to let your mama do this? What's gonna happen if she get caught? You know, she go to jail, everybody gonna be, you know. So Kanan then got in his head, and Tariq is sitting there and thinking like, you right, I can't let her do this. I gotta do it. So he doesn't send a text message back to Tasha to let her know that, yeah, he's in place, everything is good. And when Tasha doesn't get the text message back, she thinks to herself like, oh my God, he's not sticking to the plan. No, he's not. So she just jumps out the damn car. She rushes in there and we see Tariq in there talking to his dad. You never told me the truth about Sean, and Kanan loved me, and this, that, and the other. And Ghost is trying to explain to him, no, I love you. I'm your father. What is wrong with you? Your mama put you up to this. My mom has nothing to do with this. This is all on Tariq. Tariq pulls his gun out, and Ghost was like, what are you doing, son? Okay, are you trying to shoot me? He was like, you're going to pay for all that you did. I don't even understand with this. I don't even know who you are right now. And Tariq was like, why don't you understand that I am you? I am Ghost. Okay? You wasn't running around fucking on Angela all this time. You might have seen it a long time ago. Ghost is like, listen, Tariq, you got to put the gun down. If you do this, you can never go back. Your mama put you up to this. You know, he trying to reason with him. And he starts walking towards Tariq, and Tariq actually pulls the trigger right as Tasha is rushing in the door like, oh no, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? He done shot Ghost. So yeah, Ghost is shot, y'all, for sure. Ghost is dead. Ghost is dead. Okay. Not right away, but he's bleeding out on the floor. He done fell off the side of the balcony. So now Tasha's just like, why did you do this? Like, give me your gun. He says, no, Mom, this is Andre's gun, so it's going to be put on Andre. Well, then maybe that's good. At least Tasha now doesn't have to frame her fucking boyfriend. But he said he don't know what to do, so she says, we going to take care of each other, you know, basically get the hell on up out of here. So he runs on out the room. We see when Tommy was about to shoot his ass, and that's when Ghost was like, no, let him go, let him go. That's when Tariq is running down the hall. He's having a full breakdown, like, I can't believe I did this. You know. I'm thinking to myself that you was big and bad. You was big and bad. Now you sitting up here crying because you just killed your father. Okay? You go and get the gun. You change. I mean, you know, go in the room. I mean, go in the little spot and get your clothes and change your clothes. And you still can't quite get your mind together. And I say, you are really stupid, Tariq. You are just a dumb-ass, misguided child. Now he done got changed back and he's about to try to run out of the building, but then he sees Overly Dedicated stumble into the building. All right. He done dropped his gun and shit, and he done probably put fingerprints all over the place. And so Tariq saw that, but then Overly Dedicated goes in another room. Or actually, I think he was leaving out. Like, he must have been in there, but he had to rush out when the shit went down in there. But Tariq saw him, so he wasn't in the clear. But Tariq gets himself together, goes outside, walks up to the crowd that is, you know, gathered around, and then has a full breakdown. I need to see my dad. What's wrong with my dad? Is my dad okay? I need to see my dad. Now, they go back home. Tasha's home. Tariq comes in later. He's in his daze, you know, still can't believe he killed his father. She asks him, where's the gun? He just tells her it's handled. Okay, we'll go on in the room and get you some rest. I said, that no good ass Negro. Then we see Overly Dedicated back at the Big Boss Rosenblatt's office, you know, rubbing it in that he got fired. Turns out that Overly Dedicated got his job back. Now, it's not clear to me why he got his job back. Like my legal mind just wasn't even in action at the time for me to understand how all of a sudden Overly Dedicated got his job back, but he did. Okay. First Chair was there and everything. I don't know if First Chair helped him get that job back, but somebody explained to me why all of a sudden it turned around for Overly Dedicated. Now, we sit down with the lawyer, and this is when we find out, like I said last time on the pause video, that James ain't left Tasha shit. Now, I didn't know it back then, but we know it today, right? So just like I said last time, that bitch should have been way madder than she was with what just went down in there. And the ghost ain't left her nothing. Now, granted, they should have been rocky these last couple of years or whatever, but before that, that was his baby mama, ride or die, down ass bitch that did whatever she needed to do, always hid the bodies, always cooked the books, always was there for him. This is your mother. You ain't left this bitch nothing, but you left Angie's sister her fucking money. You even left money for Tommy's mama. You mean to tell me you ain't got nothing in you at all for Tasha? Oh no. He leaves all of the money that he has to his kids. And Tariq don't even get that until he goes to college, gets a bachelor's degree, and has to have a 3.5 grade point average. So he's still regulating from the grave, you know. And of course, they're all frustrated, like, but you guys, I'm sorry, Tasha should have been way pissed. Way more pissed. You know, how that went. That's why I knew that it was going to be some fuck shit, you guys. So anyway, when they leave out of there, add an insult to injury, they're extremely annoying out there. You know, she wants them to come down to, you know, be questioned about this whole situation about Ghost being shot. And she want to know who wanted Ghost dead, and Tasha was just like, everybody wanted him dead. But I mean, I guess if I was really to put a name to it, I guess it would be Andre. That's the same thing that Tariq is telling Overly Dedicated. Andre did it. Okay, and Overly Dedicated was like, no, there's no way. There's no way that he would even be successful in trying to kill James St. Patrick. Tasha's still trying to get them on the Terry Silver train, and they was just like, no, you know, Extremely Annoying was always there because she wanted to solve the Raymond Jones case. Okay, and they know that the DNA was there at the place of Raymond Jones, and you know, it was gonna be easy for Ghost to take the rap, and that it might have been Tariq's blood, and yada yada yada. So they, you know, she's still trying to sniff up that main track, and that will be the one that actually puts Tariq in jail. So that's why she didn't got Tasha rattled. But Overly Dedicated is in the room with Tariq, and Tariq ain't feeling so rattled. He's still trying to press Tariq, and Tariq was like, can I have some water? He talks to his child advocate over there, and she was like, I can't leave you. And he's like, he just wants some water, that's it. When she walked out the door, Tariq was like, look, I saw you at Truth, okay? And he was like, no, you didn't. He's like, I saw you there. Trust me, I saw you. Now, I believe that Andre did it, but I sure would hate to tell these fine people down here that you was up in that damn Truth too. Especially considering how you just been having a hard on for Ghost all this time and been trying to take him down. Now, do you want me to tell them that I saw you there? Or can we keep it just like I said and that Andre did it? Oh, now Overly Dedicated was like, you know what? You're right. Andre did do it. Yes, he did. Okay, thank you. Then Overly Dedicated goes into the room with Extremely Annoying. He's just like, oh, you're fucked. Okay, because Andre did it, and, you know, you got all this shit going, and Andre got out of jail, and now he done killed Ghost, and, you know, you done made a mess out of this. You know, they gonna send you up and all of that. She gonna go back to the jailhouse, and she gonna talk to Andre, okay? Had him bring him down. I said, would you want him to scoop up the ashes? Because Andre is as good as gone. So, yeah, Extremely Annoying don't have nothing. Well, she thinks she does. She tries to go in there and press 2-Bit, and I was like, I think this might be the first time that I actually liked 2-Bit. That 2-Bit wasn't, he didn't give a fuck about nothing that she said. She even tried to threaten him and say that the needle was coming his way. And he just was just like, look, baby, I know that you grasping at straws right now. He can't even worry about it. Yeah, I had James' watch, so what? Okay, you still ain't got proof that I had anything to do with this fuck. I was in jail when all this shit went down, so 2-Bit really ain't worried about it. He was like, get somebody to check that eye. And when he walked out, he put his hands up like, see you later, lady. I was cracking up. Then we see Tasha at dinner with Simon Stern, and, you know, they gonna both try. She gonna try to get him to take Truth. He wants to buy it, and she says, no, I need you to get my son in Stanford And, once you get him in there, then, when he graduate and get his degree, then you can take Truth then. Okay, Simon says, you ain't said nothing but a thing, baby. I can get that done with no problem. And look, because you so good with them numbers and everything, I think I got a job for you in one of my businesses. And, so now it's looking all on the up and up, right? Things is moving fast, but it's looking like it's all turning out. It's all working out for Tasha and Tariq, all right? Andre dead. Okay, overly dedicated, then got off that shit. He's happy. Ghost is dead. Okay, so let's just put this shit to bed. So she goes on home and she tells Tariq, Simon's gonna get you in Stanford. All you gotta do is take the GED and you're gonna go away to school, get your degree, and then we'll have our money. But then she tells him that she's worried that because Andre is dead, they needed him to be alive so they can pin this whole thing on him, which I was just like, he died after Ghost died, but I guess maybe she don't know that. I don't know why she was so panicked about it. But Tariq was like, Mom, don't worry about it. They believe that Andre did it. Well, how do you know? They just do. I said, that's where the problem was. You should have told your mama that you saw overly dedicated instead of trying to keep that so close to the vest. Why didn't he tell her that? Okay. So she out here thinking that her son don't know shit and that she knows that it's way worse than he's doing. So then she gets on the phone when he walks out the room and she says, I think I know I know the person that killed Ghost. I said, Tasha, you really about to do this, huh? You are so fucked up for this. So next thing we see her in the bed with her boyfriend. They having a good time. And then the police coming. I said, you gonna be there when they come and get him too? On top of him, child. They fucking. And they come busting in and they take him and they arrested him for the murder of James St. Patrick. And he's like, Tasha, what? Tasha, let him know that I was with you. Let him know I was with you, Tasha. Tasha, you got to say something. Tasha just looking like, well, I ain't, I'm sorry. Okay, she can't really help him. I said, ooh, Tasha, see, God don't like ugly. This ain't going to work out well for you. We still got some minutes left. Now, the next day, I'm so confused on the timeline because doesn't he have to take his GED? I was like, is this supposed to mean that he was going to school the very next day, you guys? It didn't make no sense to me. But anyway, she's all dressed up in her work clothes. She gonna go work for Mr. Simon Stern. She tells him, you just go away to school and, get your degree and it's all gonna be good. All right. And then there's the door bust in and it's the police. They coming to arrest Tasha. Okay. What? Here come extremely annoying. Well, what you didn't know is you turned in your boyfriend, but, he had went to the damn store to get him a Red Bull. He has a fucking alibi. He's on camera at the deli when your ass is in there killing James. All right. So we know he ain't did it. He know his gun was taken. You was with him with the gun and also, child, they didn't say it. I said, that's what you get. Bitch, you is molded. Okay, listen, I've been trying to be on Tasha's side, but this whole season, she just been irrational and wrong. Okay, now you done set up this man who has his own child, a single. You willing to forsake everybody else's relationships just to make sure that you and Tariq's is still intact. He ain't did nothing. He ain't did nothing but tried to be there for you, and you tried to get his ass put away for murder. Murder, Tasha. Okay, if your dumbass son would have told you that they knew that Andre did it because he had someone overly dedicated, we wouldn't even be in this space. But you know what? Like I said, God don't like ugly. You was wrong. So next thing we know, he's all, Mom, tell him the truth. Mom, tell him the truth. And she was just like, Tariq, you go to school and get your education. Like, don't you say shit. So then it's real dramatic. She's in jail. She has to take off her wig. Okay, she has to get her orange jumpsuit with a different hairstyle, might I add. I mean, you had braids going back at one time. Now you got them swooped to the side in a matter of 3, maybe 2 hours. Come on now, Courtney. Anyway, she get her jail cell, and Tariq gets his dorm room. He's at Stanford in a day. I mean, I know some shit happens. Rich people got it different than us average regular people. But really in a day, we did all of this and everything is fine now. This is just silly. I was just like, okay. But that was the end. He's gone to college to get his education. And then we got these series of all these fucking shows that's coming up. You know, they say Power Nation, you know, power never dies, or power never leaves, or power never goes away, you know, something like a plague. So like, just like some sort of like, you know, the shit that you just can't shake. I was just like, I know one thing, Courtney. I stuck it out for 6 years. If you guys were just going to continue on with the same characters, then you just should have just kept it Power. Okay? Don't nobody give a fuck about these book 2s and 3s and 4s. And I'm not watching all of that. Okay? I'm just over it. Nobody wants to watch a whole season of Tariq. Even though Tariq was way more digestible this season, I can't even imagine. And then what is this shit that I was like, this is all this not really being clear about what it is. Is it a prequel? We see the kids. Okay. Tommy has black hair, but he has red hair as he gets older. I'm not understanding that. But anyway, we see them as they was kids when Ghost was with Angela and all of that. Tasha ain't even around at that point. I guess Tasha wasn't going to school like that. But then we see Tariq at college, and I guess he's supposed to be the big drug dealer on campus. And I mean, it's a good idea. It's going to do fine, but I won't be watching, you guys. I'm over it. I'm tired. Okay. Did I feel like this show was bad? I don't feel like the show was bad. I think that we were all tired of seeing the same scenes over and over again every week. So by the fifth week, we was just done. Okay. I think that they tried to tie up as much as they could, but there's a lot that was not tied up. Maybe it'll get continued in this book 2 shit. So I don't think it was bad or anything. I just don't think that it was just like, oh, that was so good as a finale, you know. And now I'm starting to think about it. You know, there's been a lot of shows where the finales, just the season finale, I mean, series finales haven't been that good. So this is just kind of what happens. We have, I guess we build up an expectation for it to just be spectacular, and it's not. Oh my God, it's so late. Oh my God, I gotta get back to work. Anyway. Y'all, let me get off of here. that was it. What did you guys think about the finale? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or were you just like, whatever? All right, you guys, let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.